Good morning. So today is engine oil change day. The Zoomer is approaching 14,000 miles. I've had it almost a year. I've done about 1,000 miles of that. So it being a small engine, I think it's time to give the oil a change. We've got what I normally use for scooters, Castrol Power One. This is the 1030 motor oil. You can get 1040, but that's more for warmer climates apparently, which we wouldn't describe Scotland as, so 1030 will do fine. What I've also got to put in this time is a little magnetic drain bolt. I actually bought this for the last change when I first got the bike and completely forgot to put it in, so it's been sitting in the toolbox for a year. But this time we're going to remember. Little magnetic tip on there, just catches any little tiny bits of metal that might be in the system, as well as obviously the drainer sieve, which we'll be taking out as well. So that's it. We're going to go down, we're going to change the engine oil and just give it a freshen up. Okay, see you shortly. Right, pretty windy day, but the first thing we're going to do is start it up, just let it run for a few minutes to warm the engine oil up. Makes it a bit easier to come out. Video while we're here. There you go. This is the back wrap. I'm going to take off the top box, go back to that bag I mentioned in the last video. So we're just going to let this run for a moment or two, turn it off, take it back outside. Too windy to change the oil in here today. Okay, it's a bit dark in here today, but never mind. There's your drain bolt there. So I've already just cracked that open with a 17mm socket. So what I forgot to do is put a glove on, so I don't want any engine oil over my hands. So we've run the engine a wee while, we've let it cool down a bit. So now it's just a question of releasing this bolt and into this lovely Sainsbury's salad container should come the engine oil, and there we go. Now if I was doing this outside it would be blowing everywhere. So that's the bolt we're going to replace for the magnetic one. So we're just going to let that drain. Oh, actually what I should have done first was take out the dipstick. Hang on a second. Remove the dipstick before you remove the bolt. I don't think it really matters, but dipstick out anyway. I'll give this a wee clean up and we'll just let that oil drain. Always remember to give the scooter a wee tip just to make sure all that oil is out of there, and then we'll do the strainer at the side in a moment. Right, next job is to take off this bolt here. This is the strainer. Now this is actually starting to round on mine, so I'm actually having to use a set of mole grips to get this off, so I think we're going to have to buy a new one of these. Should get away with it this time, but next time we'll have a new one ready to buy. So the oil's finished draining out of the engine. I shall put the Sainsbury's salad bowl under here and try to hold camera, torch and my large hands in here. Screw this. This is where the filter screen is, and out it comes. Got the nut, the spring, and in here somewhere, decided to stay behind, but here we go. There's, if I can get my fingers out of the way. So what you want to do with this is obviously check it for any little bits of metal. At first glance there aren't any, which is quite encouraging. Any little bits of metal, clean that out. Give this a clean up as well, and then we'll have the fun job of putting it back again. Okay, so that's that back together. Put a little bit of engine oil, just the old stuff, just around the rubber ring there. Check that ring washer is in good condition. It's not perished or cracked or anything, which it isn't. Not a single bit of metal or any unpleasantries in the filter, so that's good news. So now we're going to reinsert that. As you can see, it's not in the best of condition of it. The other side's alright, but chewed that side. But next time I do this, when I've picked that off the floor, in another 1,000 miles we'll put another one on. Okay, so old oil drained out. New drain screw with the magnetic attachment fitted. If you get under here, you'll see the filter screws back in with the filter cleaned out and reattached. So that's us all good to go. Now we just need to refill with oil. So everything bolted back together, and into the engine we are pouring 600 millilitres of lovely new oil. Just go down here and start gently pouring it in. Now what you do after this is you take the bike out, you let it run for a while so the oil's going around the engine, and then check the dipstick to make sure you've got the right level. You should have, because 600 is the amount that Honda recommend. I'm not going to do that just now because it started raining outside and it's still blowing a gale, so that can wait till the next time I go to use it, which probably isn't going to be next week anyway, because the weather forecast is horrible. There we go. Exactly 600 millilitres of engine oil. So all we need to do now is put the dipstick back in, and when you go to check it, obviously the oil should be coming up to around about here on the dipstick, and that's job done. Engine oil change. Just obviously a little environmental message before we close. The old oil, put it into a container, seal the container and dispose of it at your local recycling depot, just like everyone else doesn't. Don't pour it down the drains, that's really stupid, and you really shouldn't dump it in wheelie bins either, although of course everybody does. Anyway, into there, seal, dispose of safely. Okay, thanks for watching folks. I know it's not as slick as some people's videos, but you know, we get the job done, and it entertains me anyway. Hope it entertains some of you. Thanks very much guys.